Hey, what's up, YouTube? Got a battle against my good friend John here today. It's an NU battle, and he's pretty new to the NU tier, but he's not new to battling, and it turned out to be a great battle, so I hope you guys enjoy. So as usual, I just lead off with my Caracosta just to set up my rocks, but he leads off with his Ampharos, and I do not want to stay in because I was afraid of the Volt Switch, so I switch right out there into my Gardevoir. No one can take a Volt Switch, and this was actually a pretty dumb move because he ends up going through a Reflect. And if I stayed in him with my Caracosta, I could have Shell Smashed and surprised him with a Hydro Pump. But it's okay. I get Toxic on this thing because considering it had Reflect, I was guessing it was some kind of wall. He just ends up T-Waving me. It doesn't bother me too much because on this Gardevoir, as you guys have seen, I do carry Heal Bell. He sets up light screens down, so I'm guessing this is just like a light clay screen setter upper. I think that's a pretty good name for it. And it can be pretty annoying, but my team doesn't really rely on brute force. It has some Toxic Stall in it with Gardevoir and Ramen. So it's all good. I switch out in my Ramen as I was talking about him, and he just ends up going for a Volt Switch. I'm not really sure why I switched out. My Gardevoir would have taken that way better, but yeah, I really don't know why I did that, to be honest. Now he goes into his Charizard, and I'm like, damn, I gotta get out of there. So that's exactly what I do. I go back into my Gardevoir, fearing like an Air Slash or a Fire Blast, or whatever this Dragon thing wants to do. He goes for an Air Slash. It doesn't do too much considering it's a Charizard, and it's an Air Slash coming from a Charizard. And I believe he told me this was a Spec Charizard. So yeah, Gardevoir is just a tank, what can you do? So I go for the Toxic to get residual damage on Charizard, but he predicts that and goes back into his Ampharos. Well, once again, not a big deal. This Ampharos can't do anything to me. I don't know why he switched into it. It's just kind of a Star War, to be honest. And I will win considering I have Toxic on him. So I just go for the Wish. He just goes for the Thunder Wave again. Once again, it doesn't really bother me at all. I'm guessing he probably predicted me to switch out considering he already saw I had Heal Bell. So my plan was to go into Caracosta and pass a Wish, considering he had Volt Switch, and I knew he would use it here, which is exactly what he does. But I take a whole lot of damage from that, almost knocks it down to my 30, and I won't be able to get back up to full HP, which is what I was planning to do. And as you'll see, he switches out to his Gorebyss. I hate this thing with a burning passion. It always, like, I don't have a counter for it on my team, and it always ends up being a pain. And it does what Gorebysses do. It sets up a Shell Smash as soon as it gets in. And I believe I just used this turn to set up rocks. And yeah, as you'll see, this thing caused a whole lot of trouble in this battle. I thought I was going to lose. I switch out on my Musharna. He goes for a Surf. I thought I would live. For some reason, I thought I would live. But he ends up getting a crit. I don't think that mattered because at +2, I'm not a really specially defensive Musharna. I just have max HP, max special attack. And he probably would have outsped me on the second turn and just got a 2-hit KO. So now I go into my Gardevoir, the only thing that can really take a +2 Surf from a Gorebyss, and it takes it actually pretty well, only losing about 160 HP to that. And I'm lucky to break through the paralyzation actually, and get the Toxic off. I'm surprised I didn't miss that considering how unclutched Toxic can be for me at the weirdest times. So I switch back out into my Ramen here, predicting the Surf. But like I said, special defense on Tangle is really pitiful, and that does over 50% even though I resist it. And here, I try to get smart, to be honest. I switch into my Gardevoir, thinking he would go for the Ice Beam, even though he saw that it did over 50%. I don't know why I did it, I just took a shot at it. Like I said, Jonathan's been battling, or John, as I said, has been battling for a long time. He just doesn't battle on the NU too much, so he definitely knows what he's doing. It's actually great, because he likes the OU better, but I don't like OU. So sometimes I'll get OU Pokemon and just battle him, and he'll get NU Pokemon and battle me like we did here. So as you saw, I go into my Slaking here. I live the Surf on really low HP. Really glad I did, because now I'm able to get my Choice Band Earthquake on the Gorebyss and I take it out. So whew, that was like a prevented sweep right there. Like I said, I don't really have a counter to that thing, but I guess Slaking did the job. So he goes into Tauros here. I go straight onto my Tangela, predicting whatever physical move he had to do. He goes for the Earthquake. It does pitiful damage, to be honest, and I use this chance to get up his Substitute so I could deal with anything he brings in. He ends up bringing his Ampharos in. I know these things are specially defensive, but I do have a couple EVs in special attack on my Tangela. Go for a Giga Drain, get a pretty good amount of HP back, but he just Volt Switches right out of there. And I was actually super surprised here. I'm guessing this thing didn't have too many special attacking EVs because it doesn't break my sub. And like I said, this my Ramen has awful special defense. So now he goes back into his Charizard. His Charizard takes a whole lot of damage from Stealth Rocks. One of the main reasons I set it up. And he here just goes for an Air Slash and breaks my Substitute. No big deal. I'll go for Toxic to get some residual damage on this Dragon Beast thing against my Ball of Noodles. And I switch out of there to get Regenerator back, and I fodder off my Slaking, I believe. because he didn't have stealth rocks in this battle. It would have helped him a lot, but I guess that's just what happens when you don't have it. Just to get some toxic damage on him, that is why I did that. Now I go back into my Carracosta knowing that he's stuck on Air Slash because I didn't see Life Orb damage, and that's the only two viable things you can really run on Charizard. I Shell Smash here, hoping that I'll be able to outspeed the Charizard after one Shell Smash. But of course, Carracosta is a turtle, and Charizard is a big beastly dragon thing, and I end up not outspeeding, which really disappointed because I found out that he told me after the battle that this Charizard was specs, and it was modest, so I can't believe I didn't outspeed it. But I didn't think Charizard was that fast, but either he's too fast or Carracosta is way too damn slow. So now he goes back onto his Ampharos, takes Stealth Rock damage. He's really at like a low amount of HP. I just go into my Tangela, I Giga Drain him, and after regenerating and Giga Drain, Tangela is pretty much at full HP. He goes into his Sock here. I'm not really sure why. Tangela is actually like the best counter you can ever have for Sock, considering how defensive it is. And Sock is really an annoying Pokemon, which is one of the reasons I carry Tangela on this team. And the fact that Tangela is just a beast overall. As you see, his Ice Punches are doing really low damage to me, and I'm just getting back any damage he does to me with Giga Drain. So yeah, Tangela's doing work right now. So I want to talk about this team a bit while we're watching this. This team really got me started with NU. I tweaked it a bit over time, and this is kind of the final product. But I'm getting kind of bored with it, to be honest. The reason I battle NU is because I like the variety, and I'm not getting too much variety if I battle with the same Pokemon. So I made a new team, and I'm going to have some couple battles with it, and you guys will probably see that in the up and coming days. And I hope you guys like that team. I like the team, and I hope you guys enjoy the way it battles. So as you see here, he goes back into his Tauros. I switch out into my Rampardos just to get some Regenerator healing back. And I am Choice Scarf, so I end up outspeeding it, and I get the superpower off of my Tauros. Take it out. Battle's looking great in my favor right now. He goes into his Pupitar, which I honestly never see this Pokemon ever in Wi-Fi battles. But yeah, just go for the superpower even though I'm at -1. Does about half damage. Here he ends up going for Dragon Dance, and I was like, whoa, what is this thing planning to do? I didn't know anything about it. I wasn't sure how fast it was, and I was kind of worried because I thought if I could outspeed my Rampardos, then it probably could deal with my Tangela. Well, to be honest, probably not, because these things are rock and ground, and Giga Drain probably would have knocked it out. Well, you never know with these Pokemon. That's what I like about NU. You see Pokemon and you don't know like what the hell it can do. And but with this Pupitar, it didn't give me any problems. Choice Scarf for Rampardos does outspeed it even after 2 rapid Dragon Dances. And yeah, that will be the battle. So great battle, John. Hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, please like and subscribe, guys. I'll see you all next time with my next